Luigi's Mansion 3 is now one of the best-selling games on the Nintendo Switch. With almost 10 million copies sold, or it may have even hit that by the time this video comes out, I definitely think that it should be the next game I review. Suproids, my name's Haley Hemorrhoid and I am the Drag Queen Gamer. That's right, today we are going to be talking about Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Nintendo Switch. Mario! Just an ever so slight spoiler warning, I am going to be giving some details about the story, but I will not show the ending cutscene or credits or that stuff. But you will see gameplay from all throughout the game, and I will be talking about the story in depth. Now let's get started! So King Boo was released again, this time by a hotel owner named Helen Gravely. Luigi and the gang receive an invite to go to this luxurious hotel, and then when they get there, together King Boo and Helen Gravely trapped Mario, Peach, and 3 Toads in paintings, and Luigi must save them. Not the most interesting story in the world, but definitely leaps and bounds stronger than the typical Peach having Stockholm Syndrome with Bowser's story. Egad also makes a return, and he was also tricked with an invite to this mansion and trapped in a painting as well, but you rescue him early on. Side note, Egad's first name is Elvin. Elvin. Okay, noted. Also though, I just have to say that Egad running is one of the most entertaining things in this entire game. So Luigi must explore the hotel to find his friends, but all the buttons were taken from the elevator and it's your job to take out the boss ghosts and get the buttons back to save your friends. How do you take out the boss ghosts, you might ask? By sucking them up with a motherfucking vacuum cleaner. If you've played the original Luigi's Mansion, then you're familiar with the premise. Similar to the first game, you're encouraged to collect money as you progress and are given a score at the end on how well you did. Money is hidden all over the mansion and you also get some coin when beating the shit out of these ghosts.
Give me your fucking money!
I, for one, don't really care about the money that much. I didn't care that much in the original game. I know some people do. My sister is crazy about getting every last coin and gem in this game, but I got a C, and I could have cared less. Also, side note, Helen Gravely with the constant powdering is totally me on a show night, especially during Pride season when we're outdoors. Never put a drag queen outdoors. Presentation. The graphics are beautiful. They really tested the limits of the Switch. I mean, look at this. It's phenomenal and so visually pleasing. The attention to detail was great. I mean, you can even see the stitch work in Luigi's hat. Also, just the aspect of it all. Polterpup dragging his butt across the floor in one of the cutscenes was iconic. And Egad even laughs at Luigi when he gets hurt. It's these sort of things that they didn't even have to do, but they did anyway, and it makes it great. Also, this third sequel is similar enough to the original Luigi's Mansion to make the OGs appreciate it and feel like it's a proper sequel. Dark Moon. Yet it's different and exciting enough to not feel like a copy and paste sequel. While there are some references to the original Luigi's Mansion as well as Dark Moon, it is done in such a way that new players won't be too confusing and still enjoy the game. Each floor is different and each floor has its own theme, and they're all really exciting. The game really encourages exploration to find what's needed to open certain doors. It left me constantly anticipating what the next floor was going to be like because I knew it would be great. The disco floor is definitely my favorite, like getting out on the dance floor with those ghosts. I loved it. But there's some really great themes going on there, and I love that you're not just exploring this basic ass mansion with themed ghosts, like the rooms are actually themed. It's exciting. So gameplay! The game is played pretty much just like the original Luigi's Mansion. You have your same old vacuum techniques, but this time we've got some added features. Luigi can kind of jump now using the vacuum, which is needed for various boss fights and obstacles. You also have a plunger, which can suction onto targets for you to then yank off. And there's also a dark light to remove things from portraits, which is also how you save your friends, but you can use it to remove coins from certain portraits you encounter, etc. And lastly, there was the addition of Luigi, which may be the grossest and weirdest thing to come out, but okay. Luigi can be used to go through grates or assist you in tugging on things Luigi isn't strong enough to pull on his own. You can also play co-op with a friend and they can play as Luigi, which is a lot of fun actually. I also think, maybe it's just me, but I always felt in the original that when Egad would say Luigi, it sounded like Guigi. So I'm wondering if it's literally created by a play on Luigi's name, but even if not, I still like to think that. There's also a shop set up inside Egad's laboratory now. You can buy bones, which revive you if you run out of health, a boo finder to find boos, or a gem finder. The bones were useful, and I kept as many on hand as I could at all times, just in case. I think that sacrificed my money score a bit, and one of the reasons I only got a C, but I'm not typically a completionist, so I wasn't bothered by it. I never used the gem finder or the boo finder. In fact, I beat the game without ever capturing a single boo. I tried to get one, but it kept saying some shit about being in the dark or something and then running away. Boos are in this game, but they're definitely not emphasized the way they were in the first Luigi's Mansion. There's really no need to capture them unless you're going for full completion. At least not that I'm aware of. If I really missed something and fucked it all up, please tell me in the comments. There are some extremely annoying segments, and when I say extremely, I mean like rage quit inducing. Buttons are frequently getting stolen out of Luigi's hand, and that honestly causes an extremely negative feeling, because as the player, you worked hard to get that, and now you have to chase something around to re-get the button that you've already gotten once. It left me feeling very negative as a player. Especially Polterkitty. This stupid fucking bullshit ass cunt licking, cock sucking pussy, literally, it's a cat. Polterkitty caused the biggest, most annoying, most unnecessary backtracking scenario, allowing you to almost completely beat it just for it to run away again and start the process all over. I do not want to revisit a level I just did to get back a button that I already won over from the boss. And this fuckface does it to you twice. So unnecessary, so annoying, and just leaves you feeling so angry, frustrated, and just all around negative as a player, and we don't want to feel that. To fix that issue, because maybe it was like a time's sake thing, they were trying to make the game a little longer, because there's already been some complaints about the game being too short, but to fix that, they could have simply just added another boss ghost on an existing floor, or just another simple floor addition, like nothing major. Copy and paste one of the basic floors like you fought the maid on, that's just like simple rooms or whatever, if you wanted to add gameplay, rather than creating this stupid cat that you have to go around and backtrack to defeat. Maybe not even adding another simple floor, because like you don't fight anyone in the lobby. There could have been a boss fight there possibly if there was not time to add a new floor. Just the biggest problem was that as a player, I wanted to know what happens to my friends and I wanted to save them. So I need to feel a sense of progression, not degression, if that's even a word. Also, another annoying part was the mechanic boss ghost on the pool floaty. It was overly challenging, and it didn't have to be. The controls on that floaty duck just made it way harder than what it should have been. But aside from these annoyances, this was overall a great game. Each floor was exciting, bringing back the boss ghosts was much appreciated. This game has some really fun boss fights, aside from Polterkitty and the mechanic. Two of my favorites being the dinosaur and the disco lady. My final thoughts is that this is what a sequel should be. In ways, it's almost better than the original, and that's what we want. And to see that it's selling more than the original, which sequels don't normally do, that gives me some strong hopes that maybe we'll get some even better Luigi's Mansion titles in the future. I'm excited to see where this series goes. I personally loved this game. I am going to give it my rating of a 5, which makes it into my Hall of Fame, meaning that it is one of the games that I will probably replay every single year, because I just love it. It's a really great game. But also remember, just because I might replay it yearly doesn't mean you have to feel the same. Let me know in the comments how you felt about this game. Also, make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on. Support me on Patreon so I can continue doing my dreams full-time. Between this channel, my cooking channel, and my live performances, I'm a full-time entertainer, and I would like to keep it that way. So please consider supporting me on Patreon as low as $3 a month. You get exclusive videos, free merch, you get to join my Discord server, and so much more. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my super VIP patrons, Paul Ember, Lyndon Grillis, Brielle Barlow, McKenna Mess, Brian Hart, Amy Harless, Jason Sachs, and Dante Munoz. And if you would like a special shout out at the end of every video, just support me on Patreon and choose a super VIP or higher membership. And I will see you guys for another video very soon.